broadcast. Tonight, we're speaking of letting go of yesterday so that we can embrace today. Hi, Bina. So good to have you here. So, why do we need to let go of yesterday? And if you noticed by talking with people or just what's on the media these days, people are stuck with what was. Well, what was no longer is, could never be. That life that we knew will not be replicated. It's very similar to when there was a catastrophe with 9/11. Hi, Bella. Or travel was never the same. Our world was never the same, never really recuperated in the same way, never really had that sense of safety or well-being. So looking at life through the eyes of what was, through the eyes of yesterday, robs you from recognizing the opportunities that are here right in front of us. So when you drive your car, you're not looking through the rearview mirror. You're looking at the windshield, because the windshield obviously has a bigger vista. The rearview mirror is only there as a reference point. But we're not meant to be driving like this. And I know it's not always easy because we're in isolation and we miss our loved ones. But there is greater good that is coming of this. Not always easy to swallow on the human perspective. You have noticed the planet is rejuvenating itself with very little time. The minute we stopped interfering. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. Oh, so nice to have you here. I'm having such greater, meaningful conversations with my daughter on FaceTime, on Messenger. There's this greater need for connection. So social distancing doesn't mean social disconnection. It simply means that we're connecting on a different level. And what we're all being invited to is to recognize that walls don't separate us. Borders don't separate us. It's our own heart that separates us. So the moment, hi Mike, good to see you. So the moment we wish that things were the way they used to be is staying in the past. And the past, I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody. It was great. It is great. Those are memories that will be forever etched in our heart. But it is time to recognize and to embrace this new reality that we're forming. And each of us is participating in this new creation. So holding on to a past is believing that there is no future. So you know how when you hold on to something, and if you put your hands in a fist, it requires so much effort. There are so many muscles that need to contract to keep you in the state. Yet when you let go, there's this, and if you do this, you can feel it yourself. There's this feeling of release, of letting go, of detachment, of being at peace, of not requiring to be in control. And that's not to say that you don't have a general goal or a general plan on how you want your life to unfold, because you are a participant of it. But it's to not micromanage every little detail and just trust that it is unfolding the way it's supposed to. We're in between chapters now. So our story is being written. And you get to write what kind of story you want to be a part of. So either you're a victim in the story, or you're a heroine, or a hero. Choice really is up to you, because we're all being called. And obviously you're hearing this because you wouldn't be here if you didn't feel some aspect of yourself that knows that there's got to be more to life. Because freedom is having nothing to lose. And when you recognize that the only things that can be lost are the things that are not really significant. And I'm not saying loss of life here. Please do not misunderstand. I do not mean any disrespect to anybody. But who you are cannot be lost. Who you are can only be rediscovered. And that's what these broadcasts are for, to empower you so that you're more at ease in making the decisions that feel right for you. Because when you're not in fear, you reach for higher choices. You're not grasping, you're not running, you're not panicked. It's not the intellect that rules, it's the heart. There's an encompassing of mind and the heart to make a decision. When we're in fear, it is only the mind. And it's not always the right decisions. So there's a lot of controversy out there. We're bombarded regularly with, who's responsible, what it's all about, what are the underlying issues. Regardless of all of that, check into your heart and what does that feel like? What does your internal GPS tell you? Even though there's a bit of apprehension, can you not identify this peace that is here? That even though the mind says, ooh, we should be worried about this, this is not good, something keeps calling you back into this peace that is here. So my invitation to each of you is really to trust the divine guidance that you receive, to trust in the path of your soul, for it has a greater perspective. It knows where you've been, it knows where you are, and it knows where you're going. So let go of these reins that you feel you need to hold on to. Let the chips fall wherever they may. They will anyways. So why waste a moment? Just embrace every day to the best of your capabilities. And some days are easier than others. And in those days where you need that extra inspiration, that extra lift, that's why I created the daily dosages. I was instructed, actually, pushed very strongly to provide those. Hi, Roseanne, I'm so glad you could make it. So that they're accessible and they're on, so many platforms that you can easily reach something. And if that doesn't resonate with you, find some music that inspires you, that puts you in a state of calmness, of detachment, breaking up that momentum that wants to lead you into that nightmare story that we think of. So I think you're understanding what I'm trying to say. So sometimes it may hurt to let go, but sometimes it hurts more to hold on. Because by wishing for things to be as they were is creating suffering for yourself. Oh, hi Frank, good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. So pain is inevitable. You hit your finger, your foot, ow, it hurts. It throbs for a while and then it goes away. Suffering is consistently telling yourself the story that this shouldn't have happened to me. We don't deserve this. Who's responsible? Looking to blame, looking outside of yourself. And that doesn't put you in a state of power. So La Luce was created to empower individuals to reclaim their own power so that we can stand as sovereign beings, no longer being influenced by whoever we think is in power. Because you have the power, and the power lies within you. And it's time each one of us rises in that power and takes a stand, because we are the collective. And if enough of us create the status quo, then it has to shift. And it begins within each one of us. There was a story that I heard many years ago, and it really stuck with me. There was an eagle chick that was thrown out of its nest. It fell to the ground. It was injured. Felt lost, alone. Along came a flock of chickens. They took it in. They raised it. And this eagle started clucking like a chicken. Didn't think it could fly because he thought he was a chicken. Until one day, an eagle overhead was looking down at this flock of chickens. I'm not even sure if they're called a flock, but this group of chickens. And was amazed that an eagle was clucking like a chicken. So he came down and said, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Well, what do you mean?" He says, "Don't you realize you are an eagle?" So we've been programmed to believe that we are powerless. That is the furthest thing from the truth. The invitation is to spread your wings. For the eagle is wise. The eagle flies very high and sees from a great vantage point. So let's go into meditation and see what comes of this. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. As we come together in this sacred space, and wherever you find yourself, know that we are united in this moment as we stand in solidarity, uplifting each other, assisting one another to remember our truth, as we gather to celebrate our life, our strength, to remind one another of where we come from, of the unstoppable spirit within each and every one of us. So as you take another deep breath, allowing yourself to drop into your heart, this beautiful jewel that expands with every breath that you take. And the deeper the breath, the deeper the trust in life. So breathe in and let go. Allow the breath to assist you in letting go of all your worries, all of your distractions, all of your stressors. So that you may recognize this precious moment. As you come into your core, into that which is always whole, always perfect, and always complete. So as you take another deep breath, feel yourself even more relaxed, even more at ease, knowing that you are protected. For there is an army before you, beside you, behind you. Your team of light is always in the vicinity, guiding your path through the feelings that you experience, not the emotions, dear ones, for those two are very different. And what we are inviting you is to recognize that that which is within you knows the way, clears the way for you. So in this moment now, as you let go of the past, just for this moment, you can pick it up any moment right afterwards. But if there were no yesterday, if there were no description of your story, of what was, of how things were, and you were to awaken in this moment now, would you not see the great beauty that surrounds you? As the birds awaken every morning singing their song, not focused on what you humans are worried about. For all of nature knows that it is always supported. There is always abundance. It lives in the present moment. It lives in the now. For the now is the only reality. So notice where you dwell within your day as you oscillate between past and future. And we bring you back to the here and now. So as you breathe in this physicality, in this body of yours, notice if there are any discomforts. Or is there fluidity within your body? As if you were drinking from the fountain of youth. For we are offering the fountain of love. We are offering the beverage that soothes your personality, that calms the personality, that nurtures that which is frightened. And by doing so, the voices in your head are not as predominant. The voices become softer, or perhaps not as obstructive, so that the whispers of your soul are heard, so that the urgings of your heart, your sacred heart, are paid attention to. So as you navigate your new life, these new experiences, at times feeling challenged, for without trials and tribulations, there could be no freedom. Without darkness, there could be no light. So everything has its polarity. But we are wanting you to remember to be kind to your humanness. For it is the human part of you that reaches out, that complains, that doesn't see all that is available. So as you take a deep breath, see yourself under a beautiful, beaming light. You feel this light at the top of your head. You feel its warmth. And you start to begin feeling it penetrating as your crown opens, the center right at the top of your head. And you feel this divine light as it begins to make its way through your physical body, feeling it as it swirls and spirals within your thoughts, bringing calmness, bringing serenity, bringing a new way of thinking, a different way of processing memories, So feel this light as it readjusts, upgrading, if you will, for your mind. Your intellect is the software that tells the body, which is the hardware, how to operate. What you believe, what you think, impacts your physical body much more than what you ingest. So being in a state of allowance, in a state of receptivity, calms your nervous system, keeps you in a perfect balance. No rushes of adrenaline or stress, which can cause havoc on the physical body. And your physical body is your temple. So it is crucial for you to maintain a perfect equilibrium, a loving habitat, so that it may flourish, it may self-heal. It will naturally flush out any toxins that may invade it. So feel this light as it continues to spiral within you, moving down into your third eye, allowing you to see life through a different lens, through the eyes of hope, of love, of gratitude, seeing the abundance that is here. For all of life supports you in every instant, in every moment, in every breath. Now feel this light as it continues spiraling within you to your throat center, this beautiful chimney of your heart, so that your expressions are expressions of upliftment, are expressions of empowerment. You focus on solutions. You speak of solutions. You do not entertain. You do not allow that which does not serve to pass through your vocal cords. Feel this light as it continues into your heart. Take a deep breath, breathing into the heart. Allowing yourself to let go of any grudges that you are still holding on to. Any hurts that you are still nursing. If today were your last day with any of that matter. So breathe into your heart, fill it with love. Love of self. For you're here primarily to love and know and honor thyself. And that is you. You are at the front line. Show others what self-care looks like. Show others what self-love sounds like. Show others what self-respect is. Be the example for those who have lost their way, who are coming home to themselves, who know within their being that things cannot continue as they have in the past. For this moment is a new opportunity to seize this gift that each of you has been bestowed upon. a gift of renewal, a gift of rebirth, a gift of remembrance. Now feel this light as it spirals into your solar plexus, into your tummy, where there may be agitation, as you are processing old emotions, old memories. But know that you are being infused in this moment now to recognize your personal power. Your personal power is in conjunction with divine will, with divine power. And when the two merge, anything is possible. Barriers cannot stop you. Obstacles cannot deter you. Doubt doesn't stand a chance. So breathe deeply, feeling yourself becoming even more empowered in this moment. And allow this light to continue into your sacral center. Into your reproductive organs. It is called the sacral center because it is the point of all creation. It is the womb of life, where all of your dreams, desires that were put to the wayside for lack of time, are waiting for you to be birthed by you. So these times that you are in allow you to daydream as you once did as children. Remember your dreams. Remember the aspirations. Remember that excitement of being all that you could be, where I can't didn't exist, where I won't wasn't even thought of. Now take another deep breath. Feeling this light as it touches the base of your spine, your root center, that which connects you to the sacred ground that you stand upon. That which is connected to your original tribe. That which makes you feel safe as you take a stand as the warrior of light that you are. And as you take another deep breath, feel your whole body become fluid and flooded by this light. Feel it in your veins as you are being cleared and cleansed, letting go of all that no longer serves. For as you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency, that which is not of the light makes itself known to you. So do not be so concerned with symptoms that you may feel. Know that it is your body's way of clearing out. For the body has been for a long time the sponge that has held on to emotional baggage, emotional debris. So take another deep breath, feeling this light within you, around you, encompassing you, saturating you. Feel your feet solid on the ground, as solid as a mountain. For you are as solid as you wish yourself to be. No storm can disrupt you. No challenge can interfere. So from this place of power, of all-knowing, of reconnection, feel the peace that is here, dear ones. Feel the joy that resides in you, not attached to any outcome, not dependent on any particular circumstance. For this is your true nature, this peace, this joy. This inner bliss. So return to this space as often as required. Return to your sacred heart whenever your mind tries to distract you. Simply take a deep breath and return to your core, to that which is steady, that which is patient, that which is all-knowing, that which stands unperturbed, undisturbed, still as the surface of a lake. Know that there is support, for your team of light accompanies you upon this journey. Your loved ones who have crossed are all on this level playing field at this time, in assistance to all of humanity, as each of you, in your own timing, awakens to your truth, claims your dominion, claims your authority. For across this globe, many are awakening and recognizing their sovereignty, remembering their lineage, remembering their power, remembering their truth, and remembering their love. There is immeasurable love for each of you. Stay steady. Stay focused. Stay neutral. Walk in confidence. Walk in trust. And so it is. Let us envision all of our loved ones. Be it family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, even acquaintances. Let us empower them. Ease their hearts of worry. Ease their minds. As we hold each one in this sacred space, seeing our world, our planet, returning back to wholeness as Mother Earth rejuvenates herself. To every being, may each one awaken to their truth. Place your hands upon your heart. Take a deep breath. Returning back into your body. More at ease, more at peace. More in love, with love itself. Take another deep breath. And whenever you are ready, open up your eyes. If you have water, please drink. So let me know when you're back. Oh, you're so welcome. Tony's back. Okay, so Nella writes that was empowering and soul soothing. Good. Oh, hi Julie. Hi Claudia. Nice to have you here. Oh, I hope that what you heard resonated with you. So for those of you who are unaware, there's a YouTube channel as well. It's LaLuce777. You can find us there. You can find us on Instagram. And of course, we're here on Facebook. Thank you to all of you who are spreading this message of love. Oh, amazing and so peaceful and enlightening. Thank you. Yeah. We're all creating a kinder universe. And it all begins with each one of us. Oh, it did. Good, good, good. Anybody have any questions?